The fastest people I've ever seen make money online all have one thing in common. It's not confidence, it's not luck, and it's not skill. Stop needing the money to mean something to them, right? And I know everyone probably tells you the exact opposite, visualize money, manifest it. But yeah, I'm just go over in this video exactly why attaching emotions into business and online money will be the biggest drawback on success, right? Just actually define this, because I don't mean don't care about money, because obviously everyone cares about money, and that's probably why you're here. I mean it's something more specific, right? It's when money stops coming in and becomes a referendum on who you are. Here's what it looks like in real life, right? You made your sale, your first sale, second sale, whatever, and instead of registering it as, okay, yeah, it's working, you start rushing into something that you think is proven, right? Like you've proven you're smart, you're worthy, you're finally on the right track. And just as you think you finally found your business model that's gonna make you millions and retire you and your family and make you financially free for the rest of your life, your sales start flopping, engagement's dying, you're losing money left and right. And instead of coming back to yourself and resensing like, okay, this isn't landing, let me figure out why, you start spiraling, right? You start thinking, okay, maybe I'm not cut out for this, maybe this isn't me, right? Maybe I should just quit, like this isn't meant for me. Notice what's happening in both cases, right? The money or the lack of it isn't just information anymore. It's become your mood, your identity, and your entire sense of whether you're doing life right or not. Emotional attachment to money, and it's exhausting, and it's a referendum to your own self-worth, and it's the reason why people burn out and quit. Now here's the part a lot of people don't talk about. It isn't just an emotional problem, it's a speed problem. It directly slows down how fast you make money, and let me show you how. First, it makes you risk averse exactly at the wrong time. When every sale feels like proof of your growth, every attempt starts to feel dangerous, so you start delaying your process a lot. Meanwhile, someone with zero attachment just does what they're supposed to do, tests it, even with a bad result, they take it as a result and data they can use to better their future live shows, an example, or future the better trades if you're a trader. Second, it makes you quit exactly when you're just about to get good. Every single skill, live selling included, has a stretch where the results don't match the effort in the beginning. You're putting in real hours and the numbers are still significantly small. That's not a sign you're failing, that's just how the skill curve works in live selling. Everyone goes through it. But if your emotions are tied to the money, then that stretch feels unbearable and it goes on forever. It feels like your confirmation that this isn't really for you and that you should quit. So most live sellers quit within a month or two, right before the curve actually starts to bend upward. I've watched this happen more times than I can count, even with my own hosts that I've hired for live selling. Third, and this one's a very slept on one, it makes you terrible at reading your audience. When you need the sales emotionally, you start leaning towards desperation instead of actual value. And people easily can feel that in the live selling space, and it makes you less trustworthy to buy from. So it's not just an internal personal cost. Emotional attachment to money makes you slower to start and quicker to quit. It makes you worse at the thing that's getting you money. And that's the real damage right there. Now here's a shift. We're gonna start treating money like feedback and not a verdict. So what's the fits, right? And it's not we're gonna stop caring about money, because that's not realistic and that's never gonna be the goal. The fits is changing what the number means to you when it moves, whether it's up or down. The reframe that changed everything for me is taking, like I said, money as a feedback and not a verdict. A verdict tells you who you are, feedback tells you what needs to be changed. That's the difference. So here's how you actually build this into practice, and the 3 things I still do to this day. So 1, we're gonna start separating action from the outcome, out loud if you have to. Before we go live, before we post, and before we list something, say out loud, the goal isn't the sale, right? The goal is the reps. We wanna get the reps and we wanna master our craft. Like for example, right, before I go live, I always say the goal isn't the sale. The goal is to better our craft, reps, and watch over our lives and see how we can better for the next live. I know it sounds corny, but say it out loud, because honestly, your body takes it better when you're physically saying it. 2, we're gonna start building a review that's boring on purpose, right? And I'm gonna explain why right now. After every live, after every post, and after every sale, don't ask yourself, was that good or bad? Ask yourself these 2 questions instead. What actually happened, and what's one thing I can adjust next time that would better my business? That's it, no self-judgment clause in here at all. Just observation and adjustment. Do this enough times and it'll start becoming automatic. You stop having that emotional reaction to every single bad or good thing that comes out of your business. 3, we're gonna start tracking our inputs, not just outputs. If you're only watching the money, every day is gonna feel like a roller coaster, because at the end of the day, online business in the short term is very unpredictable. But your inputs, how many lives, how many times you post, how many times you list, that is stuff you can physically control and track. And when you actually start tracking them and you're proud of the numbers that you're putting in, okay, I'm posting every single day, I'm going live and doing my whatnot shows every single day, or I'm making calls, selling calls every single day, you start getting proud, and that emotional attachment to just making the money falls away, and you start falling in love with the actual process instead. Do those 3 things for even a month and you'll notice it. You'll start moving faster because you're not consistently stopping to manage a feeling. You're just doing the next rep, right? We're not only focused on the money and how much we're making, we're focused on actually building our craft and bettering ourselves every single day. I'm gonna be honest with you too, I didn't really figure this out quickly either. Every single for a long stretch in time, every single bad live show I had ruined not even just my entire day, but my entire week as well. It made myself question myself every single day if this is really for me or not, and it almost made me quit multiple different times. It wasn't until I started treating numbers as not a verdict and as feedback on actually who I was that things actually started moving faster for me. It's not because the strategy changed overnight. It's because I stopped getting into my own head every time a result didn't go my way. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be that. Whatever you're building right now, whether it's online income, live selling, a dropshipping store, trading, just know that once you emotionally detach yourself away from just the dollar bill, the money itself, you will genuinely speed your business up and better yourself physically and mentally as an entrepreneur way faster than anyone else. If you're at the point where you actually want to start applying this, whether it's going live for the first time, listing your item and or just building the habit properly, I have a free school community where it's just built exactly for that, right? Free of charge, no catches, multiple inside of there building this exact habit and starting their own live e-commerce businesses every single day. And it's a great community. It's free of charge. And the link is going to be in the bio and description of this video. And yeah, thanks for watching all the way through, and I'll see you in the next video.